Hello, everyone out there. Okay, today I want to talk about, well, the first thing I want to say is my name is Chad. I am a success coach with Unlock Wealth Consulting, helping others achieve the lifestyle and goals they thought were pretty much impossible. So, today in this video, my title is 3 Ways to Start to Earn More Money. And the reason I titled it like that is because of this. There's 3 things that you can do that are just going to be small little shifts that are going to help you to start earning more money and build your confidence in the area of success and wealth. So the first one is there's a thing going around, entrepreneurs. If you're an entrepreneur, you own your own business. I myself am an entrepreneur. Now, we label ourselves when somebody asks us what we do for a living. Say, I do this. I'm an entrepreneur. I do this. We might even say the word entrepreneur. I just own this. Or you say I work at so-and-so. I'm just a salaried employee. Again, you wouldn't say that. You'd say I work here or there. So is what you can do is this. See, there's a thing called an entrepreneur, and that's someone who owns their own business. And then also you have an entrepreneur, and that's someone who works for somebody's business, and it's usually labeled as a very ambitious person who works for a company. But just by simply shifting the label of what you do to an entrepreneur can make all the difference in the world, because that is building you self-confidence, going, yeah, this is what I do. So I'm going to give you an example of how you can tweak or say something different in when somebody asks you what you do. There was a person back in the day that I asked them, so what do you do? And I was very, very intrigued because they said, I am an oil transfer specialist. That was his job description. And I was very intrigued, going, that's pretty cool. I like that. Well, as the conversation went on, the guy worked at a gas station and he pumped gas. An oil transfer specialist. I thought that was the most unique thing for somebody to say that because it gave them a whole different meaning. It probably made them feel a lot better at the same time, but it just made them a whole different meaning. So you can do stuff like that when you're asked what you do. No, I don't have a regular job. I work for so-and-so company. I'm an entrepreneur for so-and-so company. You can, or I'm a specialist with this company. You can do that instead of being, oh, well, I do this for a living. I work over here. Have enthusiasm in what you do. Change what you do. Change the wording of it. You're not changing what you do. Instead of saying I'm an employee here, no, I'm an entrepreneur over here. So you can try doing that, and that will help you start to build confidence right there. The second thing, and you can write these down on a piece of paper. I didn't say in the beginning, but you can hit like and share if you like this video. Rewatch this video. Write this stuff down, and it will help you in the long run. So the second thing that I wanted to say today was, if we become what we think about, that's what we do. We become what we think about. So if you make a mistake, okay, a quote unquote mistake in life, what do? Do you think about that mistake hard over and over again? I don't want to do that again. I want to do that again. Well, that's the wrong thing you should do. Should you learn from your mistakes? Of course. But a mistake is just telling you what you did was the wrong way. So let's correct it. So let's bring in a new way. Let's not hone in and think about the old way. The reason why we hone in and think about the old way is because as we were raised, or at least how I was raised, if I did something wrong when I was a child, I was maybe sent to my room. I want you to sit there and think about what you did. Or maybe you're given a timeout. I want you to sit in that corner and think really hard about what you did wrong. Do we want to do that in today's age as we've grown up? No, we don't want to do that. Because if I become what I think about, and I'm going to sit here and think about what I did wrong over and over and over again, what's that going to do? I become what I think about. So I'm not thinking about how it can be done right. No, I'm dwelling and sitting and masking in what I did wrong so I don't do it again. Think about what you can do the right way. My mentor, Bob Proctor, his whole thing is paradigms and mental habits, and we keep repeating them. And he often says, you don't work on your paradigm, which is just a set of mental habits. He goes, you don't work on your paradigm, you replace it. So if I have a bad habit, now I realize I don't want to work on that bad habit. I want to replace it and let the bad habit die off from lack of nourishment. That's what I want to do. So if I make a mistake in life and I do something wrong, I want to, of course, learn from the mistake, but move on. They have all these quotes out there, let it go, quit carrying it, quit doing that, because that is what we do. We carry around our mistakes with us, and we need to let them go. I'll give you a quick example. Let's say you make a cake, and you grab the salt instead of the sugar. And you make this cake, and it comes out, and you take a bite out of it, or your friend or your spouse, whatever it might be, takes a bite, and then you realize, whoa, where you went wrong. So what's taking place at that point in time? Your mind has taken a screenshot of what you did wrong. It might be a screenshot of you biting into that sour cake. It might be a screenshot of you grabbing that wrong canister thinking it was the sugar and it was the salt. It doesn't matter what it is. But at the end of the day, at the end of the episode, at the end of the cooking, you're not going to dwell on what you did wrong. Why would you do that? Dwell on what you can do next time. And next time, I'm going to have that screenshot. When I go to grab that sugar, I'm going to know, don't do that. That's the salt. That's what we have to do. We have to think of the things that we want. Think of the solution to the problem and let the mistake go by its wayside. We don't want to keep focusing on what we did wrong. The third thing, which I absolutely love, and I really hope a lot of people get a lot out of this one, is we need to raise our income to meet our standard of living. We don't lower our standard of living to meet our income. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's say you buy a certain product, and you have been for years, and you like this product, or the house, or a car, it doesn't matter what it is. It's just an example. And you get that, and all of a sudden at your job, it takes a hit, your hours got cut, or you got laid off, or Uncle Sam took more out this month. Who knows? You had an expense come up, a car broke down. Who knows what it might be? So now you're not going to buy that product because you're going to lower your standard of living because your income is lowered. No, you keep the standard of living. You figure out what you have to do to get that, to keep buying that product. Now, when you imprint that on your subconscious mind is going to do the work for you. So it's nothing you have to go out and be laborious and figure out a way, because your subconscious mind is going to start working for you. Now, in the short game, do you feel you've won? Probably, because you just didn't pay that much money for that house payment or that car or that product. In the long game, you're going to lose. You're going to lose every single time. So it's what we want to do. We want to raise our income to meet our standard of living. Never do the opposite. I know that can be hard. It can be hard to do. You might be saying, well, it's easy for you because you're here. Well, let me tell you something. People who know me know that I spent 2 years in a wheelchair and I was down on my luck with nothing on my parents' couch or my parents' room in their house for a long time. So write these things down, implant them into your life, rewatch this video, share the video. I hope that this helps some people out there to get more out of life. And like I said, my name is Chad Reynolds. I'm a success consultant with PGI, and I work for myself at Unlock Wealth Consulting. I'll leave a link down in the description. You can always get a hold of me, and I'll also put a link down there for the top 10 things you can start doing now besides the ones I just told you. And I'll put a free download link out. So all I gotta do is click it and download it, start doing those things, and I know you guys are gonna do great. So you guys have a good day, and thanks for watching.